Follow your passion, don't follow the money. Your passion will get you to where you want. Find a career, find a job where every day you want to change lives.
What's going on, Mohamed?
What is going on, Eric? How are you?
Good, man. How you been?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing great as well. I see that you've been up to a lot of things in the community. You've been involved with a lot of leadership positions. Tell me exactly what you've been up to lately.
So, there's never a dull moment in Boca Raton. There is always something. Everyone is always trying to use your talent and bring you on board. But I'm very involved, as you know, with Habitat for Humanity of South Palm Beach County, the YMCA, the Peter Plum YMCA of South Palm Beach County as well. So there's a lot of collaborations that we do, and we work with the youth. But I've been now involved with the Y for about 3 years. Habitat going on to my second year after leaving the university. So a lot of great things. It's just, I always tell everyone, I'm always on a mission. So I'm always just trying to keep my head above water.
That's awesome. Keep up the great work that you're doing. But also I want to bring up that you ran for office years ago, and I know you were the youngest candidate for the Boca Raton City Council.
Yes.
Tell me about that experience.
We were running against each other, so yeah. Can't forget that part.
No, we can't. We definitely can't forget that. But tell me, I know your obstacles you face, but I want to hear you really open up. What were the struggles that you faced as being the youngest ever?
Well, the question is let's put the youngest word out on a side. Let's talk about being and you knew this as, running for office, a name Eric Gooden was fine. A name Mohamed Abdalla was always a little, who is this person? I ran through a little hiccups and a little battle, but it's not something that I always told everyone, when you run for office, you need to have the thickest skin ever. And my sisters came down, and I'll never forget the day we were outside one of the voting polls, and someone's like, your brother's an Arab, we can't vote for him. And to me, it's like my sisters are the New England Rhode Islanders, and I was like, okay, just cool it down, don't even say anything. I'm like, we can't go to their level. And one of the most important thing that I learned while running for office is having the opportunity to serve your community, have the opportunity to give back, but also be a voice. And you and I know this. They might have looked at us as the youngest candidates, or these two individuals are going to mess up our election. We knew that maybe we weren't going to win. But the most important thing is, what were we going to do after? And we went on and we did great things in the community. You vice chair, you're the chair for a program that is appointed by the city. So we went on actually accomplishing so many great things in the community. And that was a test for both of us. That was a test to basically see, okay, where are they going to go? And what are they going to do? And the opportunities were, this is more of a test. They're seeing how serious they are. Down the line, could it be he's going to run for office? Could it be that he's going to do something in higher office? So those are the challenges, but I always looked at them as learning experience. You got to build a foundation. At Habitat, I can't put a roof without putting a foundation. But I'm so proud of having the opportunity, and I actually tell everyone, when I share this story, it's I'm actually pretty happy I lost, because I'm very curious, where would I be if I did not lose? And taking that loss, I was able to gain so many opportunities with mentors that helped, pave this way for me and mentor me to achieve the proper guidance and success to take it on to a next level.
Right. That's very important. And we also had a positive message too. I want to bring that out too. The campaign was very positive. We brought out a lot of ideas for the city. while we were campaigning.
Yeah, we did. I think our campaign was, we were able to maybe increase a little the demographic of young professionals, young youth, first-time voters to go out and vote. There's still a milestone that needs to be accomplished. When you look in Boca Raton with over 100,000 people that live in this community, not even 10% comes out and vote. And then you have the 90% that basically, raise their issues of certain things that go on in the city that they're not a big fan of. So honestly, when you look at it, we were able to run a positive campaign across the board. Let's not talk about the other campaigns. They had a little negativity that was going on. But we ran the positive campaign, and that's the most important thing. Slandering campaigns, I think, is very low. How low can you go? And be who you are. And I know one day when that time comes and I decide to seek office or run for office, I will always try to stay positive. Despite what people will tell me, you need to do this because it'll get you more votes. It's not the type of character I am.
I mean, it says a lot about your character and as a person, about who you are, by your campaign.
I appreciate it. Apparently my family raised me pretty well.
Yeah, that too, yeah. So what advice would you give, the next generation of leaders that want to pursue leadership positions, that want to run for office one day, just being involved in the community? What would you tell them?
This generation right now that is heavily involved in politics after the Parkland shooting, I commend all these individuals because something, they are the future. And I think we're starting to see a lot of different, aspects that are going around the United States, not just locally, on a local, county, state level. My advice is to anyone, and one advice that I always follow is, at the end of the day, individuals will criticize you because they want you to succeed, or maybe they don't want you to succeed, or they're jealous. Follow your passion, don't follow the money. Your passion will get you to where you want. Find a career, find a job where every day you want to change lives. Eric, my background was in aviation. I am a certified pilot, and here I am, I'm sitting in front of you, and I work for a nonprofit. To me, it's not, yes, I love aviation, and yes, I want to fly around the world, but I noticed that, my abilities is more, and my passion falls more in the government side, more rolling up my sleeve, giving back, making an impact in the community. And once you find that niche, it's completely fine. Go with it. Yes, there's going to be a struggle. You might have to be 26 or 30 years old still living with your parents. But at the end of the day, it's fine. Find it, go with it, and just follow your dream because anything is possible. There's a quote that a model that we always had at Lynn University, if you know. It's not that we've broken the mold, it's that we don't have a mold to begin with. And I use that a lot in our offices, think outside the box. You want to do something, just go with it. And I think this generation right now is changing so much on the politics side. I cannot wait for 2020 election because this generation will, really define where we'll be 10, 15, 20 years from now. And it's really getting them involved, voting, and believing in the system, and that their voice and their community and everyone can make a difference.
Thank you so much for the
You're
advice
welcome.
And also coming out today. I appreciate it. Good to see you.
Great. Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks.